our attention and turn it up to the video screen for a little kickoff into our event here tonight.
I'm a member. We are members. I am a proud.
I'm a member.
We are members. I am a proud member.
I am a proud member.
DEBCC.
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 DEBCC, you already know.
You know I'm a member.
You know I'm a member.
Hey members, where you at?
Oh, I see you. Oh, I see you.
We earned this.
Oh, we earned this.
Let's kick this thing off right. Let's kick this thing off.
Let's kick this thing off right.
Let's kick this thing off right.
Where my party people at? Let's count it down.
Count it down with me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Make some noise, let's hear it. All right, that was really good. I think we can get this thing rocking. How's everybody doing? My name is Christopher Bruce. I'm with King Creative. We are proud members of the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, have been since the beginning, and we're going to have some fun tonight, so I just want to say hi. You look amazing. We're getting sharp. I see how people are coordinating colors. I just want to give a moment for that. Look at that over here in a little sparkle. Okay, look to her left. You got that little pop of color in the bow tie. I know this. All right, looking great. Now, we also just want to take a moment to recognize and thank all of the dignitaries that are here with us tonight. So if you are here, please stand up and be recognized. All of our dignitaries, state reps. I know the governor was here a little bit earlier. I know that's been how long. Making the way around 2 weeks ago over there. Carpet's coming in. Oh my goodness, they're all pouring in. They're putting out the woodwork. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you. Now, we can't start this event properly without a traditional song being sung. So to officially kick off our event, help me welcome Miss New Team 2021 and your current Miss Team Delaware, Sophia Hughes, as she sings, lift every voice and sing. You come up here and be on. Miss, we have a mic here for the home audience. I know. There you go, right in there.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that our dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that our present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Oh my goodness, yes, let's keep clapping. Make some noise. Sophia Hughes, everybody. Oh my goodness. Now with that, we also just want to take a second to thank our sponsors because we could not do it without them. So you can take a look up at the screen for some of our sponsors. Goes a long way, and I know Ayanna and the team just want to make sure you all know that you're appreciated and that they could not do it without you. So thanks again to our sponsors. But I also wanted to take a moment to brag on the DEBCC for a second and look at some of these numbers that kind of came across in my way. So let's start off with the active members. Are you kidding me? Look at that. They have grown. Since 2022, they were at 307 members. Right now, they're around 627. That is some serious growth and a lot of work going on there. Now, let's take a look at some social media numbers as well. Look at those. Climbing up, working hard, advocating, posting, and being there for those businesses and many of us in the room. It keeps going. Events hosted. Look at this number. 2022, which was a huge number, they did 62 events. In 2023, they're already at 94. Now, that's a combination of live and webinar events. That's what I'm talking about. That is just a sample of some of the benefits of being a member. Now, they're also getting involved in some legislation out there making things happen. And in 2022, they were involved in 2. This year, 6. and they continue to advocate and they continue to work hard for all of us, making a difference in our community. And the last one I wanted to do was just look at this team, because those numbers don't happen without these people. Yes, and that's not a big team. You notice that is not a big team. They are small, but they are mighty. And Ayanna, you know what? You represent that in so many ways. You are a spark plug, and we all know that's true. All right, with that, we're going to keep looking at our board members because they are important as well. Want to say thank you to all the board members supporting the chamber. And we want to give a special shout out to the newest board member, Shivani. Where are you? There you are. Where are you? Let me see you. Stand up. Stand up. There she is, joining the team. We're so glad to have you on there. That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say, you sit down. Not too long. All right, just enough. Okay. And our advisory board as well, of course. Let's hear it for them. And with that, we took some time with Ayanna, our fearless leader here, and got some words caught on camera. So take a look up on the screen. What are you laughing about over here? And enjoy this video.
Founding president and CEO of the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, and we are the award-winning Best Chamber of the Year 2023. We're talking about amongst our peers of over 200 chapters throughout the country. We were voted the best because of our work, of our advocacy for small businesses, being unapologetic about economic empowerment for small businesses, for Black businesses, for minority businesses in our state. So we're super proud of that. We have a lot of other great wins and impact that we've made with the state, getting the state of Delaware to create a check the box option when you apply for a business license and renew your business license. So we are proud of implementing that change for our state and for business owners going forward so we can identify the demographics of our small business population. So going forward for 2024 and beyond, we're looking to create more accelerated programs for minority businesses. We saw the PPP where it was an exercise in documents, right? So we want to make sure everyone have their documentations, all the skills, all the resources that they need to continue to grow. So there's an old African proverb: you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. So our power is having that network of over 600 businesses. We're at 627 businesses as of today. That's part of your network, your resource team that you can lean into at the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. Our promise to current and future members is that we're working for you. You make us possible, you make it happen. We're nothing without you. We're working for the Delaware small business community, so it doesn't matter what you need. Holistically, I don't care if it's childcare, housing, healthcare, what the small business community needs, the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce is going to advocate for that. And did I mention we are the National Black Chamber of the Year 2023? And get used to it because we are going to be using this title a lot. Y'all better get ready for that, okay?
Yes, and with that, I would like to welcome up to the stage your president, your CEO, your founder, Ayanna Khan. Oh yeah, and you know she's got that award with her. Now, you know she's got that award. All right, real quick, before we let you loose, we also had a little something we wanted to show you up on the screen. So y'all can sit down and enjoy this. You're going to stand for her in a second. Ayanna, take a look up at the screen.
What? Amazing. I just want to say congratulations on that award. You deserve it. You earn it. The strive that you make to help the local Black businesses is astonishing. More blessings to you, and we hope that you get it next year as well.
I am so proud. I've seen the work. I've seen Ayanna, I've seen Andre push, be a part of everyone's ribbon cuttings or just encouraging them, setting up seminars and classes. I see that it's personal. It's not just to add add another member to the list. The top of an organization, it sets the tone, right? And you guys have been phenomenal in setting the tone of love, community, and family. I'm super proud of you.
All I can say is, wow, the Delaware Black Business Chamber has been voted the Chamber of the Year. I just want to say congratulations for all the hard work and effort that you put in over the years.
We just want to say congratulations to the DEBCC for winning the award.
The founder, Ayanna, oh man, she's been amazing. She's blazed the trails for us. So this year, these last 2 years have been so prosperous, and I know that we'll keep doing big things. So shout out to us, the DEBCC, and see you at the Gala.
And thank you for always moving mountains for us.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you just won the national best Black Chamber in all of America, and there are hundreds of them throughout this great country, and you rose to the top. It's not surprising, it is well deserved. Ayanna and the rest of the team, you know we got you, and we're proud of you, but you earned this, you deserve it, and congrats.
Congratulations to the Delaware Black Chambers of Commerce for winning the National Black Chambers of Commerce Award. Your hard work did not go unnoticed. The blood, sweat, and tears were all worth it. Thank you for making community for us that is now on a national platform, not just statewide.
They work extremely hard. I mean, this is one of the most assiduous and hardworking group of people that I have ever encountered. So I really was not surprised when they won the award. The rest of the country was, but I wasn't, because they've always been an award-winning institution, in my opinion.
Super proud of her getting that type of nomination, and we definitely look for the work that she's doing to continue, and hopefully she gets that next year. Congratulations to her in the Chamber of Commerce.
We want to say congratulations to Ayanna Khan and the entire staff of the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. We are so proud for all that you do in this community and beyond.
I remember when Ayanna called me a couple years ago and said, I have something big and I just need you to get on board. Without question, without hesitation, without reservation, we did it. We had your back. And again, this is what you do, and we just want to congratulate you and your staff, Andre and everyone else. Keep doing what you do. Number one.
Well, first of all, I want to say to Ayanna and your team, you have done a phenomenal job this year with highlighting your members, making sure that legislation goes forward, making sure that there was adequate training, and there were speakers for your conferences and all of the events that you threw this year. There is no doubt in my mind that we are not the best chamber in the United States. So congratulations to you and your team. And I'm so happy to be a part of the best chamber in Delaware and now the United States.
All right, and with that, we also wanted to take a moment because represented from National is here with us tonight, Charles DeBow III. If you are in the room, please come on up and join us up on stage. There he is. Let's hear it for him. I know Charles wasn't going to not be able to get up here and brag on you a little bit as well. So, Charles, the microphone is yours.
I'm actually a little emotionally touched as well. Ayanna and I have really forged a path through tumultuous times, challenging times, and together we overcame. We rededicated ourselves to our core mission, our principles as to the people that we are, and to all those that we represent. And the need certainly goes beyond those of us in this room. And yes, you're very national. And you don't even know it yet, but you're international. Hey. And the vision forward really has a lot to do with Delaware. Delaware has always been a pillar of our country, a pillar of our economy, and You know, when you travel around the world or even around America, we used to see these yachts with all of them were registered in Delaware. And that started us wanting to know, well, what is it so great about Delaware? Because it's that place you pass by on the highway. And this is a monumental occasion, and even more so in that we overcame, and you all were part of that as well, because you had to believe, no matter what somebody else told you, no matter what had happened before you, and you're not just a stepchild to New Jersey or to Philadelphia or to New York or any of this I-95 corridor. And this young lady has been with us all over the country representing. And that had a lot to do with all the other chambers and peers and people taking note and paying attention and watching it. And the economic wherewithal that you found it, that's true entrepreneurism. Our mission is to economically empower through entrepreneurial pursuits. And in this day and age, it's never been more urgently needed, more apparent on us being able to work together on all sectors and all ethnicities and all cultures. And that's a testament to all of you to overcoming those differences, that we can focus on who we are, allowing for that potential to come forth, and to bring out those resources that collectively we can offer to each other. So many of your businesses that are here now have now access to national distribution, national resources, certainly all the resources that we have within our network. We're really even further honored to have our co-founding partner and member for the National Alliance for Black Business, Dr. Ken Harris. You're going to hear from him in a little bit, but that is part of the journey that we've been on because we came to a conclusion that there were so many different entities out here that were trying to do similar kinds of things, but we didn't need to compete with each other. So we co-founded the National Alliance for Black Business, and it's for everybody. But it is based on the principles and the teachings of Booker T. Washington and the economic principles that strong communities are based on the commerce that is done within them. And in order to do that commerce, there has to be relationships between the public and the private sector, civil society, and to have compassion and concern for the citizens, for our children, for the people, for the education, for the lifestyle, all the things that build a robust and vibrant community. So again, I want to salute you all, but more importantly, I want to thank Ayanna for her tenacity, and that's an understatement. The newspaper articles, the people that said, no, you can't do it, you're illegal, or you're bad, or you're this. And we've been through it, but even in the national level, we're going back through it again. And we found our solace, we found our footing, and we're taking off. So thank you so much for being a part and being supportive. Love you all, hope to get a chance to meet you, but more importantly, welcome to the family. It's a global family. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. This one is for you guys, okay? This is for you all. You all did this. I didn't do it. Andre didn't do it. You all did this. So, thank you. I need some best Chamber of the Year energy. Like, yes. We are the best chamber in the country, right? Voted by the National Black Chamber of Commerce. But I'm going to say we are the best chamber, period. Black or white, I don't care. We are the best in the world, and I'll tell you why. We have interjected over $2 million back into small businesses here in the state of Delaware. No other chamber has done that. We bootstrapped this thing, and we did that for you all. When you needed it the most, in unprecedented times, we got that funding back to the businesses that needed it the most. We've advocated for the check the box, right? So you guys can be identified. So we can have a list and identify the businesses that are actually registered entities here in the state of Delaware. We've done that. You guys have done that. We have over... We are continuing to advocate for minority businesses, for minority goals, because the bidding and contracting process in the state of Delaware is broken. So we're going to continue to advocate for minority goals and economic empowerment for all. And no other chamber does that. And with our amazing membership coordinator and our super small staff, we are at 627 members in 3 years. Nowhere ever in history that has been done. So yes, this one is for you guys. So first and foremost, I want to thank the staff. Andre Zakari couldn't be here tonight, and the board. If you are on the board and you can stand to be recognized, please do so. Thank you guys. We appreciate you for believing in us. I also want to thank the sponsors, because this elegant event will not be possible without the sponsors. And I want to recognize you guys individually because you made it possible here tonight. Breakthrough. It's an open bar, courtesy of Breakthrough. Where are you?
Hey now. I think they should all shake that man's hand individually. We'll do a line later, but that's fantastic.
Wait. An open bar means open checkbooks because this is a fundraiser, okay? M&T Bank.
Yes.
Insperity.
Yes.
Delaware Division of Small Business and Office of Supply Diversity. Simone Shepherd. Barclays. Yes, Adam. Adam's on the board, y'all. He was hiding back there. Adam, I see you. TD Bank. TD Bank in the house tonight? Yes. Scotch and Shears. Wilmington University. Always Best Care. Wine and Turner. Are they not in the building? I saw them earlier. Don't be afraid to stand up now. Johan, I'm gonna call you out.
There you go.
We Work for Health. EDIS. Yes. JE Brothers. And the Wilmington Library. JE Brothers.
Hey.
Yes. Jamar, where you at? Is he here? So thank you guys. We couldn't have done this without you. So I'm just gonna say a couple more things. I'm extremely grateful for all of you. And tonight, as we're here, like with all the splendor and all the grace, celebrating our achievements as entrepreneurs, I want to reiterate that the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce pledge is to leave no stone unturned in the pursuit of supporting small businesses and providing an economic playing field that's leveled for all folks, for all of us in the building. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling warm and fuzzy, seeing us as the majority for once and not the minority. It means a lot. So again, thank you guys. Continue to enjoy the festivities. We have a great program lined up, and this one is for you.
Yeah, keep it going for your CEO, your founder, your president, Ayana Khan, Andre, and the rest of the DEBC team. All right, now, the food is coming out, but hold on a second. Before you go all digging in, we did want to bring up Pastor James Reddick Jr. to help us with the blessing. All right, I see him over there getting antsy, so you might want to, watch out.
Amen. Please bow your heads as we pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather together in the spirit of unity as we recognize and celebrate the entrepreneurs, businesses, and supporters within this network. We pray for uncommon favor and success for each person here. We ask that you will give them strength for every journey, wisdom for decision-making, and a heart full of compassion to support each other and uplift their communities. We thank you in advance that businesses are thriving and that our client books are filled and there is no shortage of revenue. As we join together to eat, we thank you for this meal. Thank you for those who have made it possible, and thank you for the blessing of fellowship. As we talk and share with each other, let our hearts and minds be inspired and ignited to give back, to serve, and to mentor the next generation of entrepreneurs. In your name we pray, amen.
All right, so now, if you have food, you are allowed to eat. Just want to make sure that's clear. All right, and also, Lisa Blunt-Rod says, I love the blue. You always look good in the blue. It's got a nice little pop right there. I just had to say something about that. I love it. All right, we're going to be keeping this thing going, and we're now going to be getting into the awards portion of the evening. Did you guys want to do a quick thing first? I know that we had a quick tribute that a lot of the dignitaries had put together, so let's do that now as we move in towards the award portion of the evening. Oh, I guess, Ayana, you're needed once again. They can't get enough of that fuchsia disco ball. They need some more of that.
And Larry Lambert. Can you call Larry?
And Larry Lambert, I guess. And we need Larry. She goes, oh, he saw me. All right, come on up. Just take it away from here. We're just right up here, actually. Right into the mic. Right here. If you can, just gather around up here. Perfect.
Hey, hold on. All right, we all up here? We need Ayana. Oh, where's Ayana? Okay.
She's coming.
There she
She's
is.
coming. All right.
I hear you, Kendra. There she is. All right, come over here, lovely lady. All right. You ready?
We're good.
Okay, we good? All right. Okay. On behalf of the entire Delaware General Assembly. Woo! Yes. Please allow us to give you this tribute. Be it hereby known to all that the General Assembly acknowledges Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce National Best Chamber of the Year 2023. On this special occasion, we commend the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce for being chosen as the best chamber of the year 2023 by the National Black Chamber. The Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce was established in 2020 to aid Black-owned businesses to be successful and become prosperous. By receiving this award, it highlights their dedication and significant impact to the business world. They hold informative seminars, workshops, and networking events to provide helpful resources for positive, constructive growth. We commend their amazing contributions and bestow our best wishes to you all on behalf of the entire Delaware General Assembly.
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. You got that? right, not too bad. That was pretty awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And we're going to get a photo if we could, if you don't mind. Come back up. We'll gather up. We can get everybody together. I wish you could read lips up here. That was pretty funny. Good idea. This guy's thinking. Show the world. All right, fantastic. Thank you for that tribute. That was wonderful, and that was great lead into our award portion of the evening. And our first award is a special one. They're all special, but we want to kick things off by recognizing our Member of the Year. I have that right here. I got you. And to help us do that, we have Insperity. If somebody from Insperity could come on up here to help give out the awards. That is our award sponsor. We want Insperity to come and join us up on stage to help with our award program. Either way. Yeah, I take the stairs. Smart man. He's like, I'm going to take those stairs. That's a good choice. You want to read it or you want me to?
No, you go ahead and read it.
All right. And with that, the Member of the Year 2023 is His and Hers Cleaning. Oh my goodness. Now don't faint. You got to come all the way up here. Oh man. Woo. Yes, let's hear it for His and Hers Cleaning, Members of the Year 2023. Come on up and around here. I'm going to get your award. It's pretty, it's shiny. You want to
Thank you so much.
pull it on out of the box and show the world. And let's get a picture. Let's make sure to get a great shot. Oh man, look at that. It is nice. And the good thing is, if you get any fingerprints on it, you guys know how to clean it. So that's good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right. That's right. And let's hear it for him once again. Your Members of the Year 2023, His and Hers Cleaning.
Thank you.
And I will say, they help me at the studio. They clean up, for us. They're amazing. So give them a shot. Check in on them. They're good. Thank you for that, by the way. And once again, thanks to our award sponsor, Insperity, for coming on up here and taking a part in that first award. And with that, we are going to move things right along and lead into our Champion of the Year. And our Champion of the Year 2023 is none other than Purpose PR with Portia Green. Now, let's hear it for her. Make some noise because, unfortunately, she can't be with us here tonight. She is hosting a memorial for her father, but we want to cheer loud and make some noise so she can feel us from here. And we will make sure to get her well-deserved award here very soon. And with that, we're going to be moving on to our Impact of the Year Award. And our 2023 Impact of the Year Award winner is Senator Carper. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. This man's no stranger to a microphone. You want? Are you guys certainly say a few words? You want? Yeah.
When I was stepping down as governor a number of years ago, we'd had a great run for 8 years. And we had a dinner to honor my administration and me. The MC said, when they were presenting an award, said, and now I introduce to you, ladies, a very, very, very great man, our Governor Tom Carper. And people nicely applauded, and I spoke for a while, and later the event was over, and my wife and I are back in our minivan heading for home. And my wife was quiet in the car, and she said, what are you thinking? And I said, I'm just wondering how many very, very, very great men there are in the world. She said, I'll tell you, Buster, there's one less than you think. We all need somebody to keep us straight in our life and to keep us in line. And we have our legislators here. And once a year, the governor of the state of Delaware has a chance to speak and give the State of the Union, State of the State. And it was one of the things I love most of all. And it takes place in January of every year. The governor's office has been in the legislative halls up on the second floor. About 6 or 7 or 8 legislators come up to the governor's office and escort the governor down to into the House of Representatives. And every year, as they would present me to the House of Representatives as governor, they would say, His Excellency, the governor of the state of Delaware, the Honorable Thomas R. Carper. And the first time I heard Excellency, I cringed. Second year, not as bad. Third year, better still. And by the time my 8th year came around, I was looking forward to it. Say, His Excellency, the governor of the state of Delaware, Thomas R. Carper. I go in, people would applaud. Afterwards, I said to my wife, she'd say, my birthday was coming up, and she said, what would you like for your birthday? And I said, Martha, I would like for you to call me just one time. Excellency. And she said, that won't be anytime soon. The time went by, and it'd be Father's Day, and she said, what do you want for Father's Day? And I said, well, I would like to hear you call me Excellency. And finally, years later, and coming home, our state troopers were bringing me home, and walk up the steps, it's dark, the boys are already asleep, and I walk into the house, and my wife is standing there in the foyer. She's holding a plunger. And she said, Excellency, the toilet stopped up. Do something about it. And I want you to know I came through like a champion. I get credit for taking care of stopped up toilets, and I get credit for a lot of other things. I learned a long time ago. I'm the last Vietnam veteran serving the U.S. Senate. I learned a long time ago, raised in a coal mining town in West Virginia, but I learned a long time ago too. The secret for leadership is surround yourself with the best people you can find. When your team does well, give the credit to the team. When the team falls short, the leader takes the blame. And I've been blessed to be a part of wonderful organizations and have terrific people who joined me in all of that. Had the good fortune of being in a family where a lot of love, not much money, good values, hard work. And I owe a lot to my parents. So whatever I recognize, any recognition I get in I give to them. And the rest I give to my wife. I call her Excellency. Thank you so much. And congratulations. It's best to be known. Delaware is the first state. And we have the first #1 National Black Chamber of Commerce in America. And here in the first state. Doesn't get any better than that. Congratulations.
All right, there he is. Let's hear it for me, your 2023 Impact Award winner, Senator Tom Carver. And you know what? I may not be your wife, but Your Excellency, it sounds like you made quite an impact with that plunger on that day. So it carried forward. And we're going to be moving on to our final award, which is our Sponsor of the Year. I know this was a tough one for Ayan and the team because they've got a lot of great sponsors and supporters. But this year, the 2023 Sponsor of the Year goes to M&T Bank. So if M&T Bank could make their way up to the stage, we would love to give you the award. All right, you want to say something? Now this is a choice. This is a moment. You either say something or you can smile. Okay, good. We're going to let you. All right.
I just want to say that I'm so passionate about Black businesses, minority businesses, and especially for being able to work with such an awesome woman, Ayanna, and the team. So thank you very, very much. M&T got right on from day one and partnered with the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, and we will continue to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, here's your box. Congratulations once again to our 2023 Sponsor of the Year, M&T Bank. And now we've been talking a lot about the power and the benefits of the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, but we thought it would be better for you to hear it from some of the members themselves. So if you can, turn your attention towards the screen for a quick video testimony.
I would tell everyone that the power of DEBCC is the networking, the resources that you can achieve by becoming a member. It can catapult your business, expand your business, expand your resources, and really get you moving off the ground.
DEBCC's power is in its community. We come out, we support each other, we embrace one another, we ask questions, and we find solutions together. As a small business, as a Black-owned business, it really matters to have strength in numbers.
I would say the unity. The unity that it brings, the family vibe, the open arms and the welcomeness that they bring. That's what I would say is the DEBCC.
It is hard to sum up the power of DEBCC, but Ayanna and the team are relentless. They are committed. They are willing to do what it takes to help their members grow, and that alone is at the core of what makes the DEBCC so great.
I would say the power of this organization is the apex of networking. It is the one organization that will put your organization under a magnifying glass and let everyone in the community and even community partners know exactly who you are, what you do, and what your organization stands for.
I would say the power of DEBCC is the power of competency, because so often you connect with chambers, and we've got numerous referrals from them, and we've never been disappointed. I mean, every business that have come and that we've consulted with or conferred with to do business with the library, I mean, they've been the consummate professionals. So I would say competency is what the DEBCC stands for.
Some of the biggest benefits of being a member is just the resources. No matter if you're day one and starting a business or you're a multi-million-dollar company, there's resources that you can tap into to help you build your business no matter what stage you're at.
The benefits of being a member of this great organization is I get to know firsthand who these small business owners are, who the organizations are in the area. I get a chance to come to their ribbon cutting. I get a chance to have one-on-one conversations and get to know exactly their mission, how they got started. And as someone in my field of public relations, it's always awesome to know the backstory of these organizations. It's amazing.
Well, the benefits and the takeaways that I've gotten, again, as I said, to be sit at the table with some of these major companies where normally it would be a struggle. It is a struggle with the leadership of the Black Chamber of Commerce. It will allow us to, have those opportunities to get with these companies and the government to explain what our product is, who we are, and what we do. In addition to that, they're definitely opening up doors where it wouldn't be allowed to us without having that type of leadership from the Chamber of Commerce to open these doors up.
I would definitely say networking, making connections with people, referrals, of course, but a lot that plays is our role in the community. We're very community-based, so like I said, it's a family.
And there's also friends in high places. In the business world, you need friends who can make things happen, not 10 years away immediately. So that's one of the reasons why we love the DEBCC and why I feel so much like a family.
Having a DEBCC membership offers so many great benefits. You get exposure, you get invitations to different events, you get to be in the place with people who make decisions for the city, for the state, for the county. You get to connect with other business owners, you get notoriety and celebrations. People are looking for you. They know if they're looking for a leader, they know to come to the DEBCC.
So there are a lot of benefits to being a member of the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. But one of those is if you were to think about what it would take to hire a team of people to do research and to look into grant opportunities and workshops and to educate you on best business practices and to drive you towards growth factors and mechanisms, it would be expensive to hire 2-3 people, maybe more. But you get all of that as a member, and that is one amazing benefit outside of the networking opportunities and the community and all the other amazing things that come along with it.
Well, first of all, I stay in touch with all the latest legislation that's going on, which is very important. And, you know, for years, the minorities have been kind of the underserved. And so to be able to be a part of an organization that speaks for us, but also allows us to advocate for ourselves as business owners, you know, I believe that people are not looking for a handout. They're just looking for a hand up.
I would say some of the biggest benefits is the resources and the support given from Ayanna, given from Andre, all the way down to the network mixers, the webinars, the ribbon cutting, everything that Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce offers. You can really expand your business. Just attend the helpful, the charity events, and you just benefit from being a part of a good organization and a good group of people.
The biggest thing that I would say to them is that if we're in a present climate to where it's hard to find good business people that are reliable, that have a good brand, that protect their brand, that take pride in their work. And so if you want to be around people that you can get referrals from, that you can network with, that you can lean on, you can't go wrong with being part of this organization, a part of this network.
Well, I'm a constant advocate for the chamber memberships. Everybody that I meet, I talk to them about being a member because there's power in the network and there's power in numbers. So to be included, to be able to have, your organization or your business spotlighted is a very important thing. To have your grand opening so other members can come and be a part and celebrate your successes. And then even if you're having some difficulties and some challenges with getting a grant or being able to know how to write, legislation or whatever, that's the power of the network. Cohesiveness and togetherness and inclusiveness. It's just important.
I would say the biggest reason is to support the Black Chamber of Commerce. I think that's the biggest reason. I think the benefit, again, is the opportunities that it allows you in the Chamber of Commerce with the work that the Chamber of Commerce is doing with these major corporations and government, getting companies like myself known and opportunities to sit in front of the right people. Don't know if the cost means anything. The value, whatever the cost is, the value is way beyond the cost.
You should join today because the resources are unlike no other. The network you build will help you grow your business.
It's just amazing. It's wonderful to hear from the members, and let's hear it for them for contributing that. That was awesome. Now, I just wanted to also remind you of the silent auction. That's going to be closing closer to 9:30, so be sure to bid on those items. A lot of great stuff out there on the tables, so be sure to give those a good look, and it's a great way to help yourself with something fun, but also support the chamber at the same time. That's a win-win, people. That's what that's called. That is a win-win. And with that, we are going to be moving on to our keynote. We're very excited to have Dr. Ken Harris come on up here and bestow his wisdom upon us. And if you look through the bio in the program, it is impressive. But the thing I like the most is that cold stare and that pick. That is solid. Can you give us that look real quick? Wow, all right, okay. And with that, not to waste any more time, your keynote speaker for this evening, Dr. Ken L. Harris, PhD.
Talk about the best MC in the building. Please give your MC a round of applause. Now, y'all a little melancholy right now. I'm about to wake y'all up. I don't know what our fearless leader was thinking when she brought a disruptor to the mic. But we're going to disrupt tonight. But before we do that, in ancient African tradition, we always give respect to our ancestors. We always give homage to those who came before us and who paved the way, and spiritually who are still with us. And so as a professor, as a teacher, I'm going to be asking you all in the audience today to respond, not just to me, but those who are with you now and those who came before you. So when I mention a name, you say Ashe. Booker T. Washington, Ashe. Madam C.J. Walker, Ashe. We ask our ancestors to come into the room and be with us, for you are the reason we are still fighting today, and that we will continue to fight until we win. Earl Graves, Harriet Tubman, Marcus Garvey, Mary McLeod Bethune, Frederick Douglass, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Kwame Nkrumah, Phyllis Wheatley, Ida B. Wells, Shirley Chisholm, Sojourner Truth, and yourselves. Ashe. Oh, give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all feel that energy now? If you don't feel it now, you're about to witness something. So, all right, Black queens and kings and Black liberation allies, everyone, thank you so much for inviting me today. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, so we greet our people by saying, what up, doe? So Delaware, what up, doe? And I want to just witness the beauty in this room, because truly Black is beautiful. So thank you, Black people, for being here, and all of our lightly melanated friends that are sitting next to you. So how are y'all doing? That's what I'm talking about. There y'all go. I know y'all doing all right. We can't get started without thanking the stupendous, the incredible, the extraordinary, the fearless leader that we have over this chamber. Please give a round of applause for Ayanna Khan. Thank you so much. Boy, you better listen to Black women, boy. I keep telling y'all, fellas, take a back seat. Enjoy yourself. And I promise you, I can't even think about what the conversation is going to be like. So after you hear this disruptive speech today, this will be the conversation at the Delaware State HBCU football game this weekend, because we love HBCUs, right? All right, that's what I'm talking about. I went to one. And y'all, as you know, I roll with my partners. You can't roll alone. You got to come together. And if you all could just one more time give Charles H. DeBow, the president of the National Black Chamber of Commerce, a round of applause. Thank you, Charles, for all you do. Boy, Charles out here hustling, y'all, I'm telling you. He bringing all these Black chambers together across the country. Y'all better watch out. We are coming together, and you got incredible leadership at the national helm of life right now. And I also want to thank my fraternity brother, Zakari. Man, thank you for picking me up, a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, the Qs. Thank you so much. Thank you for adoring me while my phone was ringing off the hook and you couldn't get 2 words in. I'll get with you, my brother. But check me out. I almost didn't make it to this spectacular event. You know, I've been on the road the last 2 months. I haven't seen my bed. I finally got home to Detroit, Detroit, got to the crib. I was so relaxed in my bed. Everything went well. I hopped up in the morning, excited about this event, hopped in my ride, listening to Big Sean from Detroit, right? Swiped that diamond status card, came into the Delta Sky Club on my laptop, getting ready. And then as soon as I got to the counter, they said, oh, your flight's been delayed. I'm like, oh, what the ancestors saying to me right now? So I said, okay, cool. So I cracked open my laptop. I knocked out a few emails, knocked out a few phone calls. You know how we do. I had some vegan sausages and oatmeal. And then I got ready to board first class because of the supreme hospitality of the DEBCC. Thank you so much, the Delaware Black Chamber. For those of you who are not members, you will join today. And I boarded on the plane and my seat was 1D. So I said, okay, cool. So the captain gets on the mic, welcomes us, immediately apologizes for the delay, that the plane had experienced some problems. I said, okay, cool. Plane takes off. We're ascending into the clouds. We're making our way. And then suddenly the plane starts to shake. I said, okay, cool. Captain gets on the mic, except this time he says, we have an emergency. We are going to have to make this plane land quick because we have too much weight on the plane and we must start loading off the plane right away. Not cool. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna throw off all the luggage. The captain comes on and they open the door. So I'm like, this is a sci-fi movie. How they cracking the side door? What's going on here? So the captain gets on the mic again and he says, we're going to open the door and we're going to go alphabetical order. And if your letter comes up, you must get to the door and jump off the plane. Not cool. So they said, letter A, can all the African Americans please stand up? Okay. I said, it's got to be a joke, right? Said letter B, can all the black folks please line up and get in line? Then he said, letter C, can all the colored people please line up and get ready to jump? Then he got to letter D, said, can all the dark people line up? I said, oh my goodness, well, I'm sitting in first class, bougie, hiding out. But the stewardess came by and said, well, you know, he said D and you're sitting in 1D, so you got to get up too, sir. So as I was getting ready to jump off the plane, the captain got on the mic and said, man, ain't it just a bad day for black folks right now? But guess what, Dr. Harris, we have landed. So thank you all, I'm here. Thank you all, I made it. Despite the struggle that even we go through on planes. And so with that, you know, I just wanted to have a little humor into the discussion because, man, it's real out in these streets. And so when you think about where we are today, it's such a pleasure for me to represent the National Business League. For those who don't know, it's the first and largest trade association for black businesses in the country, founded by the iconic and legendary Booker T. Washington in 1900, 123 years ago in Boston, Massachusetts. We currently have regional offices in Atlanta, Detroit, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. And recently, Chuck and I were there. We just opened our new $2 million headquarters back in Tuskegee, Alabama, where we were founded. Absolutely. So there's progress. in our international office, Chuck is leading this global infrastructure and pursuit as we rebuild the connectivity between the African diaspora and the Black community here. So we'll be opening our office in Cape Town, South Africa in February. So this is truly a global agenda. And if you all don't know, we're in 50 states, currently 120,000 members, 125 Fortune 500 corporate partners with revenue exceeding more than 20 million since I took the helm as the 16th national president. Noting that yesterday we made a huge announcement. So check your Black Enterprise, your Essence, your Forbes, and your Wall Street Journal that during COVID-19, we pulled together Black contractors from all across the country. Those names of General Motors, Stellantis, Ford, Toyota, Lear, Comerica Bank, Magna, and DTE. And we gave $100 million in contracts to Black businesses in the United States of America due to partnerships. So it's a new day, folks. We're not just talking the talk, we walking the walk. And anybody that's just talking, walk away from them. It's a new paradigm. We are progressed past the empty speeches, the press conferences and platitudes that produce no results. This is the show me generation. This is where we are the receipts generation. This is the don't talk to me about what you know and who you know, introduce me to that person. This is the generation that says, I see you got a seat at the table, but who you bringing along with you? This is, go ahead, you can go ahead and let that spirit flow because the ancestors gonna take over in a second. This is the ROI generation, the return on investment, the return on inclusion, and the return on the ink. Are we signing a contract generation? This is the straight no chaser generation. We as Black folks, we're leaving the corporate plantation in droves, trying to find our peace of mind, regain our peace, our mental sanity. We're looking for practicing and wanting self-care, and we are creating opportunities for our minds, our bodies, our souls, and our spirits to be free. And we are aligning and balancing ourselves to become whole again, because we done been through a lot of trauma, Black folks. And it's time to get ourselves together. And if you are not right yourself, how can you help someone else? So this is the time where we are in the age of reclaiming our Black identity, which has taken us from our own language, our own culture, and our freedom and quality of life and well-being for over 400 years have been compromised. But in this age, we coming back for it all. This is the generation of no forgiveness without justice, because if you forgive without demanding justice, you are actually rewarding injustice. This is the generation of truth, facts, and history over faith and belief. I'll have faith and belief, and I'll have it tolerated when you also tell me the truth, facts, and history. This is my tribe is all Black generation. My accountant's Black, my lawyer's Black, my doctor's Black, my dentist is Black, my yoga instructor's Black, my meditation counselor's Black, my psychologist is Black, my banker's Black, my car dealership is Black, my tailor's Black, my travel agent is Black, and yes, I want my coffee Black. So Black folks got a little comfortable. We thought the game was going to be played fair. Instead, while we have been playing checkers, the oppressor has been playing chess. Time to flip the script. Delaware, we are living in unbelievable times. The fear of Black success is at an all-time high. When you give Black folks a crack in the door, we just seem to take over. This is witnessed in almost every aspect of life. No matter when there's a level playing field and the rules are equal and the opportunity is present, Black folks start smiling because we know what we're capable of. Just look at our young sister that just won the US Open again at the age of 19, and they thought Serena was gone. But she inspired an entire new generation. And it ain't over until we what? We win. Delaware, again, when you look at the times we are in, affirmative action has been banned, the rich elite is getting richer, and a black person even making $1 million is struggling. So you're looking at how the working class is having issues and rebelling against the system. When you look at today's institutions, systems, and structures, a lot of them bent and policy orientated with racist policies, biased policies that are supposed to be unbiased. But we're finding ourselves, and as a Black economist, I always look at the data. And when you look at, we've survived Reconstruction. We came out, the fastest growth economic segment in Black history was during the Reconstruction period with no education. We built Black Wall Streets all across America. We became senators and Congress people. We got education. We became lawyers and doctors. We did all of this off the plantation with no formal education. Scared the heck out of white folks. So they put in rules and they called it Black codes. And Black code said that Black people cannot participate in the economic mainstream of society, and it was written into law, policy, to exclude us from participating in the economic mainstream. So when you look at the circumstances today and you look at the wealth gap, the economic gap, there's a reason why that is in place. So when you remove an entire race, an entire population, and you tell them that they cannot own a home, they cannot get insurance, they cannot get access to capital, they cannot participate, they cannot go outside of their community in fear of being lynched or their entire economic situation taken away. And when the KKK was formed, it was not just to harass Black people, it was to go after Black men and women business owners. Don't get it twisted. So we built Black Wall Streets and they came up with another rule. They came up with Jim Crow segregation. We had to participate with that for many years, over and over again. They gave us urban renewals that went through all of our Black business districts across the country. This was law. So don't ever have anyone tell you, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstrap. Well, I can't pull my bootstraps up if you was already written off the boots. We got to get serious talk with people, folks. We got to go back. And this is why they're trying to get rid of history. But they don't want to get rid of history when it comes to their history. But when it comes to his story, they want to change the script because they don't want you to go back and look at what was done. But guess what? Not only do we got the receipts, we got the records, we got the pictures, and our youth are not having it. They're not afraid to lay out in the law schools, the medical schools, and they're not afraid to go into the job interview and say, nobody in this interview looks like me. I don't want this job. That's thanks to all of you all. It's a new day. And they coming straight, no chaser. So when we think about being comfortable, this brings me to the core of my speech today, is that Booker T. Washington had it right. And then we are going to go into a conclusion, and then we're going to inspire ourselves to do better. So, again, as a Black economist, as a hood professor, a Black historian, your homework is, when I say who had it right, you say Booker T. Washington had it right. Who had it right? Who had it right? All right, I'm going to shorten that up for you guys. Just say Booker T had it right. Okay. Who had it right? That's right. You got it. Who had it right? Booker T. Washington had it right because he knew that black people's story did not start with slavery here in America, but it goes back to the beginning of humankind, where black men seeded the black woman and she birthed civilization. And as the first human beings on the planet, we now know our original origins. Who had it right? Booker T had it right because he knew that we could find our history in ancient Kemet, Africa, which is the original name of what is called Egypt today, which was named by the Greeks thousands of years before black rule. And in Kemet, Africa, your ancestors knew exactly who they were, because if you know the true meaning of Kemet, it means the land of black people, and was the world's first nation state, first state government where black people operated in high society and gave us all that we know almost 5,000 years ago. And if you don't believe it, travel to Kemet, today called Egypt, look on the hieroglyphics, or what its original name is, the Meta-Neter, and look and read the writings, and our ancestors left the truth in writing on the books of stone. So it cannot be placed. They knew this day was coming, so who had it right? Well, number three, to me, he knew that the deeper that they dug in Africa in ancient history, the blacker it gets. So this invention of the white race, which was created as social and economic control, there's no such thing as race. There's only one human race. There is only one humankind, but this construct of white supremacy and racism was created to control a global majority population of black and melanated people across this country. So when you come to a person that's practicing racism and white supremacy, you can say you're crazy and out of your mind because it don't exist. We're the same people. You just want to control us, period. Booker T had it right because he knew the oldest remains in Africa come from a little black woman 3.2 million years ago, where the fossil of our ancestor was found in 1974 in Ethiopia, the cradle of civilization. Who had it right? Booker T had it right because the African cradle of civilization, you can find truth, history, and facts, and you can verify, as black people have, who invented almost everything. Black people invented farming, mathematics, physics, cosmology, sailing, government, fashion, medicine, birth control, cosmetics, dentistry, sports, swimming, chess, and even the traffic light. And if you want to come to, that's right, give yourselves a round of applause. See, this is why they want to get rid of history. This is why they want your story in the school books to start with slavery. They don't want to take it back to where you ruled this planet for 5,000 years when there wasn't even no white people even in the caves of Europe. So think about this. So when we think about today, who invented the mailbox in 1891? Philip Downing. Who invented the traffic light? Garrett Morgan. Who invented the gear shift? Who invented the clothes dryer? Richard Spikes. Who invented the automatic elevator doors? George Sampson. Who invented the clothes dryer? Who invented the folding chairs? We just witnessed the folding chairs in Alabama. Was that the ancestors speaking or what? Here you go, brother. I got something for you. We invented this. The golf tee. We invented it. George Grant. Home security, Mary Van Britten Brown, and the list goes on and on and on of black innovation and achievement. So don't ever think that you can't amount to anything. Don't ever think that you cannot build, because we are the great builders of black people, as melanated people. And all of our lightly melanated people are our distant cousins. It just got a little cold in Europe and we lightened up a little bit. They even found the oldest remains in Iceland. If you just looked on Time magazine, they just found the skeleton, and when they pulled the skeleton out the ice, he was black. So even the Iceman was a black man. He got real cold. His nose shrunk. Everything. So we are all one human race, but we gonna kill this game of white supremacy and racism. It's over. It's a wrap. No more elite, no more privileges. If you know economic history and Schumpeterian theory, as an economist, we believe in theory that all economies must disrupt themselves. And the working class always rebel against unfair treatment by those up there getting filthy rich. And that's what's happening right now. Everybody's saying, no, my car note went up $200. The gas is crazy. The policies is crazy. I got to pay the bills, but my wages have not changed. Come on now, we got to get with the times. So Booker T had it right. Who had it right? Booker T had it right because he knew if you focused on owning your own business, making economics the core of your entire Black experience, we have the educational success, the material success, the political success, the cultural success. But what we have not turned the corner on is economic success. So when there is no economic success, educational, material, political, and cultural success means nothing. Why you think we always talk, the young folks are talking about, let's get me to the money. It's time to get to the money, and there's a reason why they told us that money was the root of all evil. It was to say that it was evil for y'all to participate, but not us. So look at this game that's being played on us, okay? We woke up now. We way past woke. Let's put a capital W on that one. Who had it right? Booker T had it right because he knew that if folks tried to say Black people aren't the first, he knew that Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop out of France created a melanin test, and this melanin test could determine the level of melatonin in human beings, and they dug up every old fossil in Africa that you could possibly think of, and guess what? Highly Black. And as I said, the deeper that they get, the blacker it gets. So guess what they're doing now? They're not digging anymore. And when you go on the walls, it used to be Black people on there. They're lightly melanated now. So you're looking at the game that's being played on us right in front of our eyes, but the young people not having it. We can see right through it. And it's real times right now. So when you think about who had it right, Booker T knew it right because he knew that historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, would be the safe haven for Black education as white schools continue to segregate us out the picture. They banned affirmative action. This is why HBCUs, and give a round of applause for all HBCUs in here today. Who had it right? Booker T had it right because he helped found the nation's first historic Black towns and settlements, and that this would be eventually called Negro Wall Street, which Booker T. Washington coined during one of his visits to Greenwood, Tulsa, and eventually known today as Black Wall Street, that this would become the new economic power and center of our focus. And now we are returning back to buying the block. Now we're returning back to owning our communities. Now we're returning back to going to places, getting the land, and owning the entire supply chain. And if we do business with someone who wants to do business with us, it has to be on an even playing field. Because Black folks, you're not minorities. That's another word they created. When you look at the scheme of things in the world, Black people are the global majority. And if you look at the future, and by 2042, Black and brown people will be the majority population even here in the United States of America. So the writing's on the wall. The gig is up. Lightly melanated people better start getting some black friends, because they're going to be your business partners. They're going to live next door. They're going to own a lot of property and land. And black folks get real mad when the stuff not right. Who had it right? That's right. He knew that black people not only were the first race on the planet, but were indigenous to every country in the world. Before Native Americans, black people were here. And this is why he said, cast down your buckets where you are. Whether you're black in Europe, black in Asia, black in the Caribbean, black in Africa, black in America, you were the first to populate the planet. They just tried to write you out of history. So think about your position. Cast down your buckets where you are. Build an economy. Build businesses. Everything else will happen as soon as that takes off as a family. Think about that. Booker T had it right. Why? Who had it right? He had it right because he founded the National Bankers Association, the National Black Farmers, the National Bar Association, the National Black Newspapers, the National Black Retailers, the first women's business groups, just to name a few. And this is why Charles Dubois and I announced in September the formation of the National Alliance for Black Business. Because we've been isolated and divided and conquered, we are when we're divided. So it is now time for us to unify. Negroes with egos is a no-go. Get rid of the egos, and it's time to come together and make an economic plan. We win when we fight together. You get it? So if you're not a member of the DEBCC, then you paying your dues tonight, right? Who had it right? Booker T had it right because just last week, over 1,500 black businessmen and women assembled for the 123rd National Black Business Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Standing room only. Benjamin Crump, our keynote speaker, brought the house down. And we got a chance to honor the National Black Chamber of the Year, the DEBCC. So as I get near my closing, who had it right? That's right. Y'all are really good students. Really good students. Thank you so much for listening. Because as I close, I think about black folks and our allies. And allyship is not a social media post. Allyship is when black, brown, white, everyone hit the streets like our young people did for the Black Lives Matter global movement and said, this is not the world that we want to see in the future. We are tired of fighting this racist grandparents mindset, and it's time to change the game. And mom and dad, I don't agree with you. And the young kid that's lightly melanated coming to shoot up the school, I don't get with you, brother. It's time to come together and change the world. And it's going to take us together. But black folks need to worry about black folks. We the only people in the world that fight for minorities, fight for Asians, fight for Hispanics, fight for everybody else, but you can't put food on your own table. And when you look at the data, this whole game of minority this and minority that, black folks at the bottom of the economic spectrum. And we march the streets. Your ancestors gave their blood, their sweat, their tears, their lives, and free labor, and still at the bottom of the economic spectrum, which is unacceptable. And anybody that looks you in their face and they shake their head, well, I wish we could do something. You know what? Nobody going to do something for you, black folks, until you start doing something for yourselves. Let's stop worrying about everybody else. Okay? I told y'all this straight, no chaser. So again, I'm going to give you an assignment. When I say, who are we? You say blacknificent. Y'all got it? Who are we? Who are we? We are Blacknificent because we want to completely get off the plantation this time. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because Black people have figured out that either you own your own or continue to be owned by somebody else. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because not only have Black businesses grown 3 times the national rate to more than 3.3 million Black firms here in the United States, but we have also contributed despite the obstacles, despite the barriers, despite white supremacy and racism. It is noteworthy that we contribute over $128 billion in economic output, and we create close to 2 million jobs to the American workforce. So give yourselves a round of applause, despite everything. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because Black people spend an estimated $1.5 trillion in America. And if we were the country's GDP, Black people would be larger than Italy, Canada, South America, South Korea, Russia, Brazil, Australia, Spain, Indonesia, and even our Mexican brothers and sisters. We spend more money than those entire GDPs. Think about that, Black people. That's power. It's time to recognize our power and get serious with it. It's a lot of Black folks too. You're not gonna just talk about the white supremacists and racists. It's a lot of Black folks shucking and jiving too. And we need to start calling those gatekeepers and buffer Negroes out. Because they sitting at the table, not bringing nobody with them. They're in the boardroom. White folks are saying, we got a Black person on the board, but they quiet. Think about it. That day is a wrap because those people got a nice house, their kids are taken care of, and they following the same privileges that were supposed to be given to the poor white class, and the poor white class even see that their privileges are being taken. Let's think about it, okay? So we're gonna call it all out. And as I go toward the end of my speech, who are we? We are Blacknificent because Black women are the fastest growing segment of entrepreneurs in the country, regardless of race, creed, color, sexual orientation, or gender. Black women are employing more people in the community than any other race or gender. So give it up for our sisters. Give it up. And Black men, brothers, ain't nothing like a Black queen. Give her the dream. Let's support her. Get in back, get on the side, or wherever she tell you to go. Because that's how we gonna win. When the Black woman is whole, she comes back, as you see, and lifts the Black king up. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's a method to this. I think the ancestors, they did some stuff. Who are we? We are magnificent because we will no longer seek a job. We are going to create one. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because we are going to become the #1 employer of Black people. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because we realize we have the opportunity to go back home and rebuild Africa, rebuild the Caribbean, and any place that they tried to drop Black folks off, wherever they thought that we weren't there indigenously. Who are we? We are Blacknificent because we are no longer falling for the illusion of inclusion. We will go and spend our money with someone who isn't Black, but when we go spend and partner outside of the Black community, this is what we're gonna ask. How many Black board members do you have? How many Black executives do you have? How many black executives do you have with a budget and anointed power to hire and fire? We don't want no more gatekeepers and buffer Negroes. How many black contractors are you hiring and doing business with? So as you see, I just did $100 million with white folks. But guess what? Them folks that we doing business with, they got real folks on their board. They got real executives that are black with power and a budget, and they are hiring black contractors. And those are the type of people that we want to do business with. If you're coming with a shady game, go back home. So I say all this to say, who are we? We are Blacknificent. And who had it right? Booker T had it right. And thank you all so much and have a black-tastic evening. Thank you so much. I told y'all the water fountain is going to be on fire.
Now, when I show up to the cookout, just remember, I'm lightly melanated. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And when I show up to the family reunion, remember, we distant cousins. That's right. So let's bring it all together. That's what it's all about. That's what I love about the DEBCC. So much for that. Thank you again. Amazing. Let's hear it for one more time. Our keynote tonight, that was awesome. And I just want to say thank you for all of your support. Everybody here tonight, you were all supporting the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, and we all know we're rallying around that cause together. It's a beautiful thing. And we want to give our sponsors another quick shout out as well. You can see them up there on the screen. We've got 2 full pages of them. We love that. And I probably should have grabbed mine. Can somebody grab my champagne glass off the table over there? Everybody raise your glass. You should have one on there if you didn't already sip it down. Now this is the thing. Ayana's like, we got to do the champagne toast. We're going to do it. And we're just going to keep it simple because this is going to be our segue into the party. We're going to light this dance floor up. So we all just want to say, here's to the DEBCC. Let's cheers to that. 2023 was amazing. The best black chamber in all the land. And we're going to rock it all the way into next year, too. So here's to the DEBCC, everybody. Cheers. And with that, I believe, flip that next slide. It is now officially time to party. So we're going to be opening up that dance floor. We're going to get the music rocking. Make sure to hit the silent auction as well. Appreciate you guys again.